It's your girl, S to the C Scorpio, S to the C Twerk Goddess. Having some breakfast this morning. Strawberry pancakes, hash brown with the hot sauce in my bag. So today I wanted to talk to you about getting your affairs in order. So right now, we live in uncertain times. You know, as you could recall with the whole 2020 situation, shutdowns, all that. It's important that we focus on ways to make our lives pleasant, be accountable for our outcome that we want, and pivot yourself in a position to where you can be self-sufficient. Now, what does that mean? At a time like this, we can't really rely on any outside forces. It's important that we take dominion over our sovereignty. And so in that, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, whether it's your personal affairs, it is important to align yourself properly and get your affairs in order. Now, I know my generation, typically, we were kind of codependent, for lack of a better word, on our elders, and we basically had a blueprint, so to speak, some of us did, from our elders on, what to do, things that we should have set up in place for us. And so now that this shift is happening, the focus is on us. So now it's up to our generation to ensure that we set things up and establish them for future generations. So that may look like a living will and trust. That may look like a business. That may look like just getting your finances in order, your banking situation. And it's 2022, a lot of people don't have bank accounts. Let alone a business banking account, business accounts. So it's time to really put yourself in a proper position. In 2020, it was so much on the table that people had access to. And a lot of people couldn't capitalize or take advantage of some of the opportunities because they weren't properly positioned. Their affairs were not in alignment. So what does that mean? There's a lot of people that have businesses, but they're not legally structured. For example, you might have somebody that bakes the bomb cupcakes. They may not have a legal business, so they wouldn't be able to go to the bank and get a business checking account or get a business loan or business credit, anything like that, because they're not properly aligned. Now, what's unfortunate also is with my generation, we had to figure things out for ourselves. So a lot of times we didn't have our elders telling us, nobody's going to hold your hand, but a lot of times we didn't have our elders telling us, like, this is how you do this, the how-to manual, right? So a lot of us are self-taught. We had to play it by ear and figure things out for ourselves. So someone that's new to entrepreneurship may not know that there's licenses that they may need for their businesses. They may not know that in order to access capital and funding, they may need a business banking account. And I'm almost certain that in these times, if you want to be considered properly and legally in alignment and a legal foundation, or a company that has a legal formation, you definitely need to have a business checking account. In law, they say ignorance is no excuse of the law. So just because you don't know something or you're not aware of something, that's not your fault, but it is your fault. We live in a digital era. Excuse me. We live in a digital era where all of this information is available online. I don't know if you want to call it laziness or being preoccupied with things that don't matter. But the information is available to all of us. So if you don't know something, that's your fault, because you have Google, you have Siri, you have YouTube, you have all these platforms and applications where you can obtain the information that you're seeking. So again, as it pertains to my generation, a lot of people were not taught things. A lot of us are self-taught. We had to learn things for ourselves and figure things out, and that's okay. Life is a learning process. For the remainder of your life, you will continue to grow and evolve and learn new things. And so I just wanted to come and share with you briefly. Get on top of your business. You know, again, with my generation, it's the twerk and thotting culture. You know, people want to turn up and get flued out and do all these other things. But what's important is putting yourself in the proper position, getting all your affairs in order. So you're not too young to have a life insurance policy. You're not too young to have a living will or a trust. You're not too young to own property and have assets. You're not too young to own a business. So it's important when we talk about these things. And they're fairly new to some people of color, whether lack of information or whatever the reason is or the excuse. But now is the time to get your affairs in order. You know, certain things like balancing a checkbook or even writing a check, many of us do not know how to do. And it's very unfortunate that in 2022, when all these opportunities are available, you know, we have the wherewithal and the know-withal to be CEOs, to be executives, to be entrepreneurs and business owners. But many of us are lacking the knowledge and the skills and the resources, and we don't have to. So with that being said, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. And real quickly before I go, one of the perks about being a business owner is that you can set time aside to take yourself to breakfast or lunch or dinner, whatever. And guess what? It's tax deductible. So basically, this is a business expense. And I will definitely be writing this breakfast off as a business expense because I'm here handling business. So yeah, it's really time. If you all need information, I'll leave a way that you can get in contact with me. But it's really time to start your business if you haven't. If you have a business and it's not legally structured, do all the proper filings and paperwork required to maintain and sustain that business. And with that being said, where my Eastside babies at? I'm out, y'all. It's your girl, S to the C, Scorpio, S to the C, twerk goddess. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful, productive day. I'm out.